All right, we are on to question number 21. So 21 asked you to find the sine of alpha given the cosine of alpha is 8 over 9 and alpha is in quadrant 4. Okay, all you really need to know for this is SOHCAHTOA and the Pythagorean theorem. So, again, we have SOHCAHTOA. All right, and I need to know this because what they have given me is cosine, and cosine is the adjacent over the hypotenuse, right? What they want is sine. They want the opposite over the hypotenuse. So I don't have the opposite. I know that the bottom number is going to be 9, right? Because it's the hypotenuse on the bottom, and 9 is the hypotenuse. But I don't know what the opposite is. So the Pythagorean theorem, you know, when you have your O and your H and your A. All right, so say this is alpha. This is the hypotenuse. Every angle is made up of a left. So that's my A, and this is my O. Right? So a squared plus b squared equals c squared is basically just a squared plus o squared equals h squared. Same thing. Same thing as the Pythagorean theorem, and a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay, so that being said, I'm going to plug in what I got. What I know is that a is 8. So 8 squared plus, I don't know the o, that's what I'm looking for. And it equals h squared, and my h is the 9. So 9 squared. Okay, 8 squared is what? 64 plus o squared equals 81. I'll subtract 64 from both sides. And I get o squared equals, I believe this was 17. Sure. All right, then we want to take the square root. Take the square root. And so o by itself is the square root of 17. We know whenever we take the square root, it could be a plus or minus. But o is the square root of 17. So my answer for sine is supposed to be the o over the h. So o is the square root of 17. And the h from the very beginning was the number 9, right? Now, that whole plus or minus thing I mentioned, quadrant 4. We have to care about the last part of the sentence. It matters. Quadrant 4. So again, quadrant 1 is plus plus, quadrant 2, quadrant 3 is negative negative, quadrant 4 is positive negative. Quadrant 4, that's where I'm living, quadrant 4. And they asked me about the sine, right? The sine is the y coordinate, and the sine in quadrant 4 is supposed to be negative. So my final answer should be negative square root of 17 over 9.